Madden 22, but it's 2011 again. In this video, I'm going to be simulating the entire 2011 season, but it's going to be done through Madden 22. So sit back and enjoy, and let's get right into the video. So here we are, it is 2011 again, and let's take a look at some of these teams. Starting off first, we got the Cincinnati Bengals, Jonathan Joseph, Leon Hall, and Chad Ochocinco. But then if we head over to the Chicago Bears, they have Brian Urlacher, Matt Forte, and Chris Williams. I honestly don't know who that is. And the Steelers have James Harrison, Troy Polamalu, and Hines Ward. And if we do remember the scary defense for the Ravens, Ray Lewis and Ed Reed made up that defense, and they had wide receiver Anquan Bolden. Or how about that New England Patriots team with Tom Brady, Randy Moss, and Logan Mankins? And finally, let's look at the Indianapolis Colts with Peyton Manning, Reggie Wayne, and Dwight Freeney. Man, these are some throwbacks right here. But now that we are at the start of the season, we're just going to simulate to the playoffs, because I don't want to bore you guys with looking over every single roster, and it'll make the video a lot longer than it has to be. But let us simulate the season and find out who made the playoffs and take a look at the stats. So at the end of the season, the Colts actually made the playoffs, and they're going up against the Cincinnati Bengals. But if we take a look across the league, at the number 1 seed is the Tennessee Titans. Number 2, we have the Kansas City Chiefs, 3 Patriots, 4 Bengals, 5 Colts, 6 Jets, and 7 Denver Broncos. Then we go over to the NFC side. At the number 1 seed were the Minnesota Vikings. Then at the 2 seed, the Atlanta Falcons, 3 seed, the Eagles, 4 seed Rams, 5 seed Bears, 6 seed Panthers, and 7th seed Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And if you guys want to take a look and see how your team finished, then here you go. You can pause it whenever you would like, but I'm not really going to sit here and go over all of their records. But if we take a look at the season stats for the 2011 season, Matt Ryan led the league in passing with 5,394 yards and 42 touchdowns. Next, we got Josh Freeman, Matt Castle, Donovan McNabb, and Drew Brees, and that rounds up the top 5 quarterbacks. But if we go down a little further, we got Matt Castle, Philip Rivers, Tom Brady, Jason Campbell, Aaron Rodgers, Chad Henne, Mark Sanchez, Matt Moore, Carson Palmer, Jay Cutler, Kurt Warner, Matt Schaub, Michael Vick, and so forth. Then we head over to the rushing stats with Chris Johnson, who led the league with 2,167 yards. Then we have Adrian Peterson, D'Angelo Williams, Frank Gore, Maurice Jones-Drew, Matt Forte, Joseph Adai, Ray Rice, Ryan Grant, Cedric Benson, Marshawn Lynch, Lawrence Maroney, I think that's how you say it, Jamal Charles, Michael Turner, Arian Foster, and so forth. And finishing first in receiving is Roddy White with 1,693 yards and 8 touchdowns. After him is Marquise Colston, Santana Moss, Devin Hester, Larry Fitzgerald, Golden Tate, Antonio Gates. For some reason, Christian Kirk is right here. I don't know, he was not here in 2011, but let's disregard that. And leading the league in sacks is Jared Allen with 25.5. Then Dwight Freeney with 19, Robert Mathis with 18.5, James Harrison with 18.5, Jason Babin with 18, Trent Cole with 17.5, Mike Vrabel with 17, and then we have the others. As for interceptions, Aaron Ross and Paul Posluszny tied with first with 6 interceptions, Landon Fletcher with 5, Ronaldo Hill with 5, Chris Harris with 5, Cortland Finnegan with 5, and so forth. Oh, and Garen Conley is in this too, but disregard him as well. But now that we have looked into the stats, let's get to the fun part and see who wins the Super Bowl. And the teams that are advancing are the Tennessee Titans taking on the Indianapolis Colts, then the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the New England Patriots. On the NFC side of things, we have the Minnesota Vikings versus the Carolina Panthers, and then the Atlanta Falcons and Chicago Bears. So now it'll be between the Tennessee Titans and Kansas City Chiefs to see who goes to the Super Bowl. And on the other side, we have the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. So which 2 teams will make it to the Super Bowl? Let us find out. And your 2011 Super Bowl teams are the Tennessee Titans versus the Atlanta Falcons. Very different from the 2011 that we know. And this is just a Madden sim, so anything goes. But let's find out who will win the 2011 Super Bowl. And there you guys have it. The winners of the 2011 Super Bowl are the Tennessee Titans, 31-23 over the Falcons. And the Super Bowl MVP was quarterback Vince Young. And if we take a look, the yearly awards were NFL MVP was Chris Johnson, Coach of the Year Arthur Smith, but we're going to disregard that because he's in the league right now. Then Offensive Player of the Year Chris Johnson, Defensive Player of the Year was Jared Allen, Offensive Rookie of the Year was Josh Freeman, and Defensive Rookie of the Year was middle linebacker Brady James. But that is going to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed and found it interesting. And if you did, then consider subscribing. I'd appreciate it. And with all that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.